Okay, once again, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Saturday, July 11th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines. So once again, thanks for joining us on YouTube and Sportscaster. We will have all the links in. We will have the links to the StreamYard and also the Skype. If you want to come in and video chat with us, we will have those features for you today. So we'll go ahead and set that up. So let me go ahead and set that up now. So let me get my invite again. We'll set that up. So we'll get that set up for you. Okay. Also, StreamYard's in. We will have that for you. And we'll have Skype in just a second. Let me get my Skype screen up too and set you up with a link. Also, the Skype will be in there too. So everything's on the screen in both YouTube and also Sportscaster. So both of them are set up. So we got double video chat. So if you want to come in Skype, come in Skype. If you want to come in StreamYard, you can come into StreamYard as well. So that's optional for anybody. So we will play the New Orleans Pelicans media availability press conferences. Will begin in just a second. So I will play that for you back. Alvin Gentry was on the podium. Also, Alonzo Ball and many others, and Brandon Ingram and all that. So let's go ahead and set that up. We'll set the share screens up for you. And we'll put that up on. We'll put the share audios on. So everything's on the screen. So we'll go ahead and play back the Alvin Gentry presser, and also Brandon Ingram was on the podium as well.
So, Coach, knowing that you don't have much time to get the guys ready before scrimmages start up, how important is it to kind of get as much as you can into all of these practices? And how do you get the most out of each of these practices to make sure you do it?
Well, one thing we have to understand is that we can't go overboard. We have to still, really try to spread this work out that we have to do. From a conditioning standpoint, we try to do a little bit every day, but the execution becomes really important as to what we're doing, and then obviously our defensive rotations and how we're going to do that. But it's a short time that it really looks kind of like a short time on paper, but we'll have enough time to get our guys ready. And the thing that I think was good is that most of our guys came back and have been doing some work anyway, so it wasn't like they've been sitting out the whole time and not doing any work at all.
Coach, you mentioned yesterday how it's important to try to get back into a rhythm as a team and also try to regain the chemistry that you guys had. How much do you think it'll help the way that you guys are playing, maybe February, March?
Okay, quick, Glenn. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you coming in.
Well, I think the one thing we have going for us is our guys genuinely like each other. We have a pretty unselfish group of guys. They understand where the shots come, who shoots the shots, the execution of our offense, the defense. So we had pretty defined roles. We had very defined roles at the time. So I think that that's going to be easy to get back into that situation. And basically what we have to do is that as far as the timing and things like that, the more practices that we have, I think you'll see that come together also.
Go ahead. Okay, sorry. Coach David Grove from the Bird Rights. Just a couple quick things. Number one, are you and the staff working to establish some type of routine for the team so that the time that they have off the court is a little bit more structured? And then the second one would be having everybody
Well, your first question about what is happening when we're not practicing is that our guys have pretty much freedom, and as I said, there's not a lot to do right now. But as we're here, they've got a lot of things scheduled from the standpoint of entertaining the guys. Uh, and being away from the hotel. The NBA has done a good job of establishing. I know that they've got a players' room here that has a lot of things and a lot of activities that go on in there. There's golf. There's other things here that the players are going to be able to do. So it's going to be really up to the individual. But there's enough things here, I think, to entertain the guys. As far as the chemistry of our team and does it give us an advantage? I think there's a lot of teams here. That has pretty good chemistry and was playing well. We happened to be playing well when the season was put on hiatus, but I also think that uh, uh, our guys in particular feel like uh, we're going to pick up where we left off. We didn't use the word training camp at all when we came down here. We basically said we're going to resume where we were when this thing stopped, and that's going to be to pick up where we were playing and play well. Gorn.
Hey, Coach, you said talked a lot about just picking up where you left off. I mean, there were the defense this year really turned around in mid-December. What do you just think is key for you guys to continue, or at least I guess continue the strides that you made and keep the defense on the level it's at?
Well, I think one of the things that happened is that we got Fave healthy, and when Derek Favors is healthy and he's on the floor, we are an elite defensive team by stats, and so him being healthy really helped. I think our guys really picked up the concept. We changed a couple of things defensively that we were doing that I think really helped the guys from a rotation standpoint and understanding exactly what we wanted. And I think the main thing that we did is that we did a much better job of containing the basketball, not allowing uh, 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 paint dribbles. And I think when you can do that, you force outside shots and challenge outside shots. Obviously, a lot better than having guys in the paint and trying to score. Because one or two things are going to happen. You're either going to give up baskets or you're going to get your bigs in foul trouble. So we tried to do a much better job at that. And I think our guys got better in those areas in particular.
Hey, Coach, Ron Walker from the Times Picayune Advocate. It's a defensive question as well. Will it be easier, just as far as a communication standpoint, for your defensive guys with no fans in the stand? Will it make things easier on defense?
I think it's going to be interesting to see. I'm not real sure. We had a run through on the Zoom call, and what we are going to have is a lot of virtual fans, believe it or not. And so that's going to be, I think it'll help the environment in the arena as far as.
I think to me, the virtual fans like that, I think that's paramount. With Because the MLS is doing the same thing. So I think, to be honest with you, I think that is a good idea to have the virtual fans that's on the video boards that's in the arenas and stuff like that. So I think that's good. So that's my opinion. Tell me what your opinion. You think it's great to have the virtual fans in the on the video boards? Please post your comments via the Sportscaster and also YouTube chat room. So that is paramount.
As the players and them feeling more comfortable playing without real fans in the stands. But I also think the communication part, obviously, it's going to be a lot easier because we're not going to have the 20,000 fans in the stands. So we'll see how that works. But it's going to be all new to everyone, so we'll just have to see.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Okay, we'll reset it and we'll go to the next person on the thing. So we'll go over to, let's see, we'll wind it. So I'm going to go ahead and wind it for a second. Give me 1 second to get it switched. We're still at 31 minutes. Let's see if I can try to get it set.
Basketball. I mean, we took 3 months off
That
basically,
is
so just to be out there and get the field back, I think it's gonna help the team a lot.
play back a little bit. So once again, thanks for joining us. We're doing media access with the New Orleans Pelicans. So we will have Brandon Ingram up in just a second. Once again, thanks for joining us. So we'll begin with Brandon.
And get strong for this unprecedented type tournament that we're about to see?
I think it means a lot. Obviously, doing stuff without a hoop is not the same as basketball training. So just being on the court, getting up and down, is helping me. I know it's helping Brandon. So we have to use these next 2-3 weeks to get back in basketball shape.
This is Andrew Lopez here from ESPN. We saw some highlights just now of you guys being able to get back to 5-on-5. What was that like, just being able to get up and be able to run with those guys again?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, shoot. Damn it. Shit. Sorry about that, folks. I'm just trying to see if we get this stream back up. I apologize. Oh, come on.
Basketball. I mean, we took 3 months off basically, so just to be out there and get the field back, I think it's gonna help the team a lot.
Lonzo, Christian Clark with Wall.com here. You guys as a team really turned around the defense. Been a little center there. What do you have to do to keep that up during these 8 games and whatever it takes?
You said defense?
Yeah.
I mean, effort, really. We're gonna get the rotations back, these next 2-3 weeks, and then after that, defense is really just effort, in my opinion. Once you know where to go, so as long as we go out there and hustle and play for one another, we should be okay.
Alonzo, one of the things that Coach Gentry just talked about a few minutes ago was the unselfishness that you guys have as a team. How much do you think that's going to help as far as being able to just pick up the chemistry from where you guys left off in March?
I don't think it'll be a big problem. Like I said, we get these next 2-3 weeks of practice and get the feel for one another back again. But I think we should be able to pick up where we left off at.
Coach told us yesterday that BI was able to put on a little bit of weight during the time off. You've been able to see him for the past few years. How much do you think his body has changed, and how much do you think it will help his game once he adds some more muscle to his frame?
I mean, it's only going to improve his game, in my opinion. I feel like that's the only thing that's left, really. Everything else he can do, at a very high level. Once he gets his strength, then, I mean, he's already pretty much unstoppable, but that's just going to make him even harder to guard, in my opinion.
Alonzo, Ron Walker from Times-Picayune. How much easier will defense be? No fans in the stands, just as far as communication. How much does that think works as defensive advantage?
I mean, it's going to force us to talk. I mean, there's no excuses for saying you don't hear somebody when it's just us out there. I do think it'll be a little different, though, playing with no fans.
Lonzo, with the number of teams that don't have the same rosters necessarily that we saw the last time we played basketball, how much is there going to be a strategic adjustment from those teams that you do know who aren't getting guys back, and then teams like Portland who will be getting 3 or 4 players back in the rotation? How's that discussion going to go, and just making adjustments from teams that you kind of haven't seen?
I think we just control what we control. We just worry about ourselves. Whoever the opponent is, we're supposed to beat them. It's that simple. It really don't matter who's in the other jersey.
Last one, guys. That's it. We're good. Thanks, Lonzo. Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I for one want this team to try to progress in this stressful situation going on right now. We adapt and we overcome. I mean, I know it's going to be hard not having the fans, but the truth of the matter is, look, it might help this team out emotionally and physically. So I'm kind of, like I said, on the forefront with this with these virtual fans and stuff like that in the on the video board. So that's my opinion. So what's your opinion? Watching screens right now. Let's see who's in here. Okay, thanks for joining us. Well, the great. We appreciate you coming in for these broadcasters. We will once again we will have when we have these live press conferences, we will bring them to you here on Sportscaster. So we will bring them to you live. So let's go ahead and go over some sports news headlines here and on this Saturday morning into the afternoon. So welcome if you're in the begin in the Central Time Zone. Good afternoon. If you're in the once again in the Eastern Time Zone, good afternoon as well. Also, let's go over some Twitter stuff. This is from New York Sports Forum. Which New York squad has better starting nine into the opening day? So this is the Mets or the New York Yankees. You can post your comments if you're a New York Yankees fan or you're a Mets fan. You can do that. Which lineup is as their starting nine best? Give me your opinion. Will be once again. This is from New York Sports Forum. Let's scroll down to what's going on in the world of Twitter. So this is TBT overtime. Elmo versus Joe Johnson. That's in the TBT tournament that's going on right now. So this is some of the scenes right here. Okay, let's go over some more stuff. Okay, this is Sports Gambling Daily. When you hit the long shot parlay with your boy, who is ready for some NBA. So that's what they're talking about. That's on Sports Gambling Daily. Okay, this is an interesting move. They're talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. So once again, follow the Milwaukee Bucks at the Milwaukee Bucks. Also, Last Dance was unforgettable. So you can binge the last 10 episodes on ESPN2 now. So that's on right now on ESPN2. So that's okay. Fear the Wave blog. Seeing all the best college football people on Twitter post how much love the Angry Wave because so I'll be honest with you, yeah. That's hopefully we can play this year. Okay, this is from Bet Unwrapped. Follow them at Unwrapped Bets. They're talking about matchups between Burnley and Chelsea and stuff like that. So I follow them as well. We'll move along and we'll see what else we got on Twitter. Okay, once again, this is from SMY, same question they're asking about the starting nine from the New York Yankees or the New York Mets. Okay, Charles I. Flambeau Sports, minor league baseball canceled. Many players' visas are in limbo, so I think that's let's go ahead and give you this article. Let me put this up on my screen and we'll show it to you. Give me 1 second to switch the article over. Okay, minor league. This is from Front Office Sports. Follow them at Front Office Sports. Minor league baseball cancellation leaves many players in limbo. Yes, I think it's absolutely something that they're going to have to address in the near future because look, some of these players are from different countries and stuff like that. They play minor league baseball. They're trying to vie for a shot to be on the big league team, but unfortunately, minor league baseball is not going to be playing this year. So that is up for discussion in the sports world. So once again, this is from Front Office Sports. Follow them at Front Office Sports. So let's see what else we'll discuss here. See what else we'll discuss. Got everything on the screen. Okay, Coach PJ Sporruck, if I'm Spurruck, you can follow him at Coach Spurruck. The Kenner Discovery schedule, we're showing you the Kenner Discovery team that's in Kenner. They're a charter school in the city of Kenner, Louisiana. If you're not familiar with Kenner, that's in Jefferson Parish. That's a couple of miles from my house. So this is their schedule. We'll show you their schedule. This is what they'll be playing. On September 4th, they'll be taking on Fisher. On September 11th, they'll be taking on Bay Hive, Mississippi. That's in Bay St. Louis. They'll take on Covenant Christian. Then they'll take on Salmon on the 25th of September. They'll take on Livingston Collegiate. That is in Livingston Parish. Also, they will take on Ben Franklin. That's at home. That's going to probably be in Kenner. They'll take on Pope John Paul II. They'll take on Jefferson. That'll be at Jefferson. They'll take on De La Salle. And they'll take on Haynes Academy. So that is the Kenner Discovery football schedule for 2020. So once again, this is from Coach Peter PJ Sporruck. Follow him at Coach Sporruck. That's Coach Sporruck. Also, let's see. Pix Inc. Pix Lab Inc. Pix Labs Inc. has parlays for tonight. They have the UFC 251 card, NHL Series bets, and Major League Future opening day bets, and also NBA opening day bets. So that's going to be essential. The VIP packages is $9.99. You will be locked in that price for life. So if you're a sports bettor, please go to Pix Lab Inc. VIP, Pix Lab Inc. VIP. Also, Colin Carherd talking about college football. I would like to be the president of college football and announce my candidacy. So Colin Cowherd with his crazy annex and stuff like that. So once again, this is from The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Follow him. He's on Fox Sports. Also, women's hoops. Same day, Kelly Laufer declared she has no intentions of selling her share of the Atlanta Dream. So she's been absolutely at the forefront of with her controversial comments and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, what? You're a senator. You're supposed to serve all the people. I mean, I don't want to get into politics here. I never did, and I never will. But this lady right here, to be honest with you, I think she is putting out stupid crap that she thinks that people won't see her, and she'll deny things. So I think she should sell her share of the Atlanta Dream. I absolutely think so. If she wants to be that crazy and racist and stuff like that, I think she should sell her share. But there's no room for these people like that. No room. So once again, this is from ESPN Women's Hoops. Also, Isaac Ellerman putting out. Let's see. Looks like I missed this thing. Also, Drew Stahl. You got to be kidding me. That's Drew Stahl. He's on Power Golden Hour. Follow him as well. Okay. Fantasy Reserves. Follow them at Fantasy Reserves. This is their show. We're live looking at their show right now. They're on the air right now. So if you want to join those guys to talk fantasy football, they'll be the people to go to. So, okay, Sports Track. Sports Track, follow them at Sports Track. They track all the contracts of all the pro players. The only way Patrick Mahomes' 12-year contract reaches $5 million if plays out while earning a Super Bowl berth and league MVP. So I'll be honest with you. I think he's going to have to own up to that contract. He's going to absolutely earn that $5 million because that is way too much money, to be honest with you, to pay Patrick Mahomes, if you ask me. Because what would happen if he has a piss poor season, Patrick Mahomes? If he goes into the tank, his 12-year deal is not going to be worth the piece of paper it's on. So you got to consider that, folks. When you look at these contracts and stuff like that, you got to consider performance. That's one thing you have to consider. I mean, what? Look at your boy. Trying to think of the guy's name. Bryce Harper. Look at Bryce Harper going to a different team, getting a 13-year deal, and not hitting worth jack shit. So you got to look at those contracts and you got to ask yourself those questions. Why are they paying him that much money when he has to perform? So once again, this is from Sports Tracks. You can go to sportstracks.com. It's sportstracks.com. Okay, this is from Sen Ben Vegas. Follow them at Sen Ben Vegas. Golden Knights return play roundup. So that's going to be with the Las Vegas Golden Knights up in Vegas. So once again, follow them at Sen Ben Vegas. Sen Ben Vegas. So this is one of the Round Rock players hitting a home run. This young lady right here hitting some balls out of the park right there. We're watching her. That's a okay. Colin Cowherd once again. Pac-12 conference only games. USC awards the two best coaches on the roster. That's Bama and Notre Dame. Did other programs in America get bigger breaks? So that's what he's asking people. That's once again, follow him at Colin Cowherd. Okay, let's read this. NFL Cardinal owner Michael Bidwell hospitalized for COVID-19. Expected to be released this weekend. So that's it just came out about 5 minutes ago on the NFL Trade Rumors Twitter feed. So follow them at NFL Trade Rumors. That's NFL Trade Rumors. Okay, this is from Michael Giardi, if I'm saying his name right. Notable remaining free agents in the 2020 offseason. So we'll show you those notable free agents. This is the list right here we're showing you. They got Devontae Freeman on there. Also, let's see. So Aqib Talib, that's one of them. So once again, follow Mike Jadai, if I'm saying his name right. Follow him on Twitter. Also, college football 247 TM. When college football season gets canceled altogether, outcry uncontrollably. So that's unfortunate right there. So that's probably going to be the case going into this season. Okay, that's a simulated game. Talking it's UTEP and Akron. That's the simulated football game that's played on college football. So it's on your video games, stuff like that, but it's not actually real. Okay, SEC baseball. Not only does Tulane have single best logo in college sports, but they have the best overall group logo as well. So I think they do. I absolutely think they do have the best logo with that angry wave. I think that the angry wave been around since the 70s and stuff like that. So I think, to be honest with you, I think this logo that we have for Tulane is absolutely gorgeous. So that's so once again, follow SEC Baseball at SEC Baseball. That's SEC Baseball on Twitter. Gabe, he's on Sports Rage. He has a show on. He talks about UFC Fight Island. That's going to be on a fight one of those little islands or something like that. It's a private island that they're going to put this UFC. Participants in, so that's going to be UFC 251. Follow him at Gabe Okay, a half chance. So that's from Chelsea. Follow them at Chelsea FC. That's their football club. Okay, the Spawn. We caught up with Harvard linebacker Jordan Hill. That's Jordan Hill on the Ivy League cancellation of spring sports. So once again, this is from the Spawn. Follow them at the Spawn. That's Spawn on the internet. Okay, Pud Sports Radio. That's some contest or something. We don't care about that. Zion Williamson says he is focused on getting fundamentals back to square during the break. So I think, to be honest with you, I hope his fundamentals doesn't rub off. So we're going to show you the article. This is for Real GM. Follow them at Real GM. So I think it's absolutely paramount for Zion. I mean, to pick up where he left off before the season had to be canceled due to the coronavirus pandemic. So I think he's going to pick up where he left off. His shooting ability, I'll be honest with you, his shooting ability is absolutely off the charts. So I'll be honest with you, I think for one, it's most likely going to not rub off on him because he's going to be better for it in the near future. So let me go ahead and put Zion Williams' numbers up on the screen. I'll show you. So we'll set that up for you. Let me see if I can get Zion Williams' numbers. Give me just a second to find his numbers. Let's see if I can find his numbers. I don't see it. Trying to look on his list right here. We'll pull his numbers up in a second. Yeah, Zion Williams' numbers. I'm looking at his numbers right now. His numbers per game. He's averaging 23 points a game. He's absolutely shooting at a whopping 58%. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he should get his numbers up in his so for Zion. So so once again, this is from Real GM. Follow them at Real GM. That's comprehensive information on NBA's related stuff and also sports. Okay, let's get back to I'll swing. We'll get it back in. Okay, let's it's like we ain't got much on the Twitter, so I'm gonna probably switch over to sporting news. We'll switch to sporting news. We'll switch over to sporting news. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Switch over to sporting news for you. Let's see what's going on sporting news. Okay, exploring Notre Dame's schedule, conference only schedule. Let's go ahead and look at that article. Let's look at that. Okay, exploring Notre Dame's schedule in the conference only for college football season from Bill Bender. Follow him at Bill Bender 92. That's Bill Bender 92. So we'll explore their schedule. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to do that in 1 second. Let me see if I can pull up their schedule. So Notre Dame, to be honest with you, they should have joined a conference. They should have joined the conference a long time ago. Being this independent is not going to work in these times. Absolutely not work in these times. Because Notre Dame gets the USCs of the world, the Alabamas, and stuff like that. So that's just the start of it. So I'll show you their conference schedule, conference only schedule. I'm gonna switch it over 1 second. I don't know if that's it. That's it. I don't see it. So once again, this is from Sporting News. Let's get this switched over. Okay, let's go over to this one. Okay, if the Washington Redskins change their name, here are the 5 replacement options. So that's going to be the replacement options going into this 2020 football season for the Washington Redskins. So most likely they're going to be the changes that's going to be paramount going in. Okay, Luke Brown, how you doing? What's going on? We are on StreamYard today. So Power Hour is on. So let's go ahead and give you that breakdown. Okay, this would be the first one. Your first one would be the Washington Red Tails that most likely would probably would fit with named after the Tuskegee Airmen. They were the first African American military aviators in the United States Armed Forces. So it most likely would be the either the Red Tails. So that would be the Red Tails. Now the Washington Warriors, that would be another team. Washington Warriors. Name still draws controversy, so that's probably going to be another not a good one because it's still genuflects what the Native Americans was all about. Washington Warriors, and let's go over some more stuff. Next one I'm going to look at is the Washington Hogs or the Red Hogs. The Red Hogs probably most likely will probably be the probably be one of the suitable names. I think that's another name that's up for consideration. The Washington Red Hawks. I would say probably say, yeah, that most likely would be the next go-to name for the Washington team. So now the Washington Senators. They had a baseball team called the Washington Senators back in, I think, in the 30s or something like that. So there's probably most likely will be either the Senators or the Capitals. This is the names. This is honorable mentions. The presidents, the Jeffersons, the Lincolns, the Americans, the Kings, the Memorials, the Capitals. They have a team called Washington Capitals. That's the hockey. I think that's the hockey team. The veterans, the Jeffersons, the Roosevelts, the Monuments, the Arlingtons. So they're going to have to get some names going for that team. Now, the Warhawks wouldn't be the Washington Warhawks wouldn't be so bad. That would be my selection because look, they have a team in Monroe called the University of Louisiana at Monroe Warhawks because they had the same name called the Indians back in the 80s when they were in the Southland Conference, but the they had to change that name due to the Native Americans saying that would be racist. So now the Warriors, I don't think that would be an essential name for the Washington football team. Now the Red Tails, I think it would be a suitable name, not a suitable name, the Red Tails. So they're going to have to get these names in because that name Redskins is synonymous with Native Americans, and we don't want to disrespect Native Americans. The Native Americans was on this land before everybody else was. So that was a long time ago. So once again, this is from sportingnews.com. Go to sportingnews.com. We went over Notre Dame, some little article. Let's go over to this one. Get this one. Okay, NCAA Dan Galbit, it's Gavitt says selection committee would face huge challenges if college hoops plays only league only games. So there's probably going to be another challenges. So I'll be honest with you, that's most likely going to happen during this pandemic because look, I know they want to play non-conference games in the first and second week of the season, but here's my solution. If they could play those conference games at the beginning, so I would say week 1, you would play 2 conference games. Week 2, you most likely would have to just go through the whole conference schedule. That's it's going to be a big mess, if you ask me. So I think it's probably essential that we find a solution to this situation, because look, it's gonna spiral out of control. This COVID-19, it's going to continue to spiral out of control, and we got to do something about it. We got to have a plan in place for these sports teams. Once again, this is from sportingnews.com. You go to sportingnews.com. See what else we'll discuss. I talked about this. Let's see. Okay. This is from Dan Bernstein. You can follow him at Sporting News. Zion Williamson's family received $400,000 in payments before he went to set the affidavit. So that's hopefully they can get this resolved with Zion Williamson, because this is going to be a huge distraction for this Pelicans team. We're trying to get this. We're trying to keep this distraction at a minimum. So I hope it doesn't become a huge distraction. On Thursday, affidavit signed by a man named David Kerr, as K. Reese, David K. Reese, who will certainly work as the middleman between Maxim Management and Williamson. Alleged Williamson received $400,000 exchanged for verbal commitments with to sign with the Canadian firm. So I'll be honest with you, this case is not going to go away anytime soon. I hope it's just speculation. I'm pretty sure this guy most likely might change the story the next week. So once again, this is from sportingnews.com. Go to sportingnews.com. Let's see what's trending. Let's go ahead and put this in trending. Okay, EA Sports, UFC 4 release date, new modes, trailer fighters. So that's most likely going to be a new video game coming out for gamers that does the video gaming. So that is that will come out. The release date will be next month, August 14th. So UFC 4 will be released August 14th. Yeah, it'll be for Xbox, PlayStation 4. So it will be available on these 4 video gaming devices. Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PS4, PS5. So that's going to be those available gaming platforms that people play on. So once again, this is from Sports News, sportingnews.com. Go to sportingnews.com. Okay, what's this? Okay, let's go over to this. See what's happening here. Okay, this is American Century Championship 2020 schedule. Tee time. More ways to watch it. It's celebrity golf tournaments as well. So that's and more. So let's give you that information. The American Century Championship golf schedule, July 10th through 12th. So it's going to be going on right now. That's up in so that's going on right now. So it's going on. It'll be going on till tomorrow. You can watch it on NBC and NBCSN. That's NBC Sports Network, the 24-hour news. Also, if you have online services, you can watch it on Fubo TV. That's FUBO TV. That'll be Friday, July 10th, Fubo TV. Also, Saturday, July 7th, July 11th, excuse me, from 2 to from 2 to 5 p.m. 2 to 5 p.m. Central Time in the Central. Also, Sunday, which is tomorrow, 2 to 5 Central, here in the Central Time Zone. Okay, the player list includes Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tony Romo, Jerome Betts, Doug Flutie, Jim McMahon, Marcus Allen, Jerome Betts, Jerome Bettis, Tim Brown, Reggie Bush, Terrell Davis, Larry Fitzgerald, Kyle Fuller, Eddie George, AJ Hawk, Case Keenum, Travis Kelrick, Cooper Comp, Anthony Lynn, Brandon McManus, Carson Palmer, Patrick Peterson. He's a former LSU football player, so you'll see him in that. Andre Reed, Jerry Rice, Kyle Rudolph, Adam Thielen, also Mike Vertle, also DeMarcus Ware, Eric Waddle, Kyle Williams, Charles Woodson, Steve Young, and also NBA players includes Charles Barkley, Chancey Billups, Steph Curry, Del Curry, and Deron Williams. Also major league players involved: Roger Clemens, Derek Lowe, Greg Maddux, Mike Martyr, Byron McCann, Kevin Miller, let's see, Jimmy Rowland, Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Smith is going to be in there. John Smoltz, Charles Uckley. No, Chase Uckley, excuse me. Chase Uckley. Shane Victorino, and Tim Wakefield. Other athletes involved. We'll give you those names. I'm showing it on the screen. Carlos Alvarez, Oscar De La Hoya, James Blake, Manny Fish, also Tim Mullins, broadcasters, Jay Billis, Joe Buck, Vinny Del Negro, and also Catherine Tapper. Other celebrities. These are familiar celebrities. You'll see them on the screen. Larry the Cable Guy will be included in this tournament. So once again, these are your times. We'll show them on the screen. If you these are your odds right here. We'll give you the odds. Tony Romo is a plus 120 favorite to win the this American Century Championship. It is a estimated $600,000 in prize money will be awarded to the winner. So so that's from sportingnews.com. Okay, this is the format. 10 points for a double eagle, 8 points for hole in one, 6 points for eagle, also 3 points for birdie, 1 point for par, also 0 points for bogey, and minus 2 points for double bogey or higher. So once again, this is from Sporting News. You can go to sportingnews.com. Okay, UFC 251 is tonight. You'll have see coverage on Sportscaster. Gonzo will be doing the broadcast, and most likely several sportscaster talent will have the UFC 251 show. They will have that for you. You can go on and tune into their broadcasts. So that will be for the people who wants to listen to commentary on sportscaster. So so once again, this is from Sporting News. Go to sportingnews.com. So it looks like we covered everything here on Sporting News. We will go to local. Let's see if I can go to more news here. Get my screens up, and we will go over to New Orleans sports. I'm gonna go over to this. It's called Flipboard. So this is we're going over New Orleans sports. That is. We'll go over some Flipboard articles. Let's pull that up. Okay, Flipboard articles right on the screen. Okay, this ain't it. NBA players react being at the Walt Disney World bubble, so their reaction is this is from Flipboard. This is from NBC News. Follow them at NBC News. That's NBCnews.com. Let's see what else we got. So it looks like we ain't got much. So we'll go to ESPN headlines and we'll call it a day. Let's see what else we got. I think we got not much there, so we're kind of won't have anything. So we'll go ahead and let's see if we can look at some USA Today news articles. Looks like not much going on. See what they have in USA Today articles. Okay, USA Today articles on the screen. Let's go over some USA. Let's go over this one first. Okay, Detroit Tigers pitcher Daniel Morrison wants players to hear his messages after contracting COVID-19. So this is from Anthony Finch. That's FENECH. Follow him from Detroit Free Press. He is with them. Talking about the pitcher, he is absent from the summer camp for the Detroit Tigers, so he wants them to hear his message loud and clear. So that's paramount right there for these players, because I know they're going to be going, will be in a bubble and stuff like that for MLB and stuff like that. So I look at it this way. I mean, look, what these guys are saying are absolutely true. So once again, this is from USA Today Sports. You can go to USA Today Sports. Okay, from Mexico City to Cincinnati, U.S. Olympic champion reflects on his time with the Bengals. So that's from Tyler Dragon. He's with the Cincinnati Enquirer. Follow him at the Cincinnati Enquirer. Talking about over 50 years ago, Cincinnati Bengals emulated a transition and signed players. So is Tommy Smith. As 1968 Mexico City Olympics, Smith won the 200 meters. His teammate John Carlos took the third race. So that's one of the guys that held the fists up back in 1968 in Mexico City. So I'll be honest with you, he had a pretty good he has significance. That was the significance of what's going on today with the race relations in the country. So I look at it this way. Look, I know a lot of people get mad and pissed off and think nothing's going on with the systemic racism, but they absolutely don't know what's going on. They look at the media and stuff like that, and also social media and stuff like that. Because look, what Tommy Smith had to go through was absolutely bad. So back in the 60s, 21st century, it's a reflection of the 1960s with these athletes. So once again, this is from USA Today News. Let's go ahead and wrap this up today. I'm going to wrap this up. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back later for MLS soccer. We'll have a doubleheader tonight for you. We'll have a 7 and 9:30 game. We'll have Atlanta and New York. The New York Red Bulls will also have that game. We'll have that game at 7, and then we'll have Salt Lake City, and I think it's Columbus. That'll be probably Cincinnati. That'll be at 9:30 Central Time. We'll be back on Sportscaster only, not no StreamYard or YouTube or any of that. We will be on regular Sportscaster. So once again, like, share, and follow Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show on the official blog and also sports page for Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. That is www.tumblr.com/blog/KLW7825. That is the first. You can follow me there. Send me a follow if you want to look at all the videos, all the sports news we put on there that will be posted. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. That's Sports Talk 2505. That's at Sports Talk 2505. Also, you can follow me on my Twitter feed, which is at Talk Kerry, TALK KERY. Is the address. And also, you can follow me on YouTube. We do record, and we also put the live broadcast. So the live broadcast from the YouTube feed today will be on YouTube. So you'll be able to watch the replay of this show. So you can watch it on YouTube. And also, you can follow me on the flagship of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer. That's Sportscaster, sportscaster.com/KLW. That's sportscaster.com/KLW. Also, you can email me anytime if you have a question, comment, or concern regarding the show. Follow me. You can email me anytime. If you want to come on the show, that's the way you can contact me, or contact me via the DM on Twitter. So I'll honor your request, and I will be able to work something in for you. So we will do that. So email me there. And let's see what else we need to go up on. Let's see. Let's go to the Facebook. Also, this Wednesday we will be back on Facebook Live. So Facebook Live, we will be back on. You'll be able to see us. So you'll have. We'll send you the links, and you'll be able to come in and video chat. So that's where you can follow me. Just search my name, Kerry Wehmeyer. That's KERRY. WEHMEYER. That's WEHMEYER. I don't want to go too fast for you. Also, and you'll find my name there. You can send me a friend request. That'll be optional. I will accept you. I will know who you are, and I will accept you. So that will most likely also be your next option. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Saturday afternoon. Hot out there, folks. Please drink plenty of fluids. It's very important. We are in tip of summer, so just please take those precautions. We don't want to have anybody injured from this heat-related incident. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Saturday afternoon, and we'll be back later for MLS Saturday night here on Sportscaster. So everybody have a good rest of your Saturday afternoon.